Hey, what's going on, y'all? Lincoln Infield here, Carolina's Full Throttle Magazine, coming at you live from the Full Throttle headquarters. Man, it is Friday. This week has flown by, which is a good thing because, hey, man, we're all working for the weekend, so that's always the deal, man. But it's just been a whirlwind month. It's already the 8th, and this is my first video of the month from the headquarters. We hit the ground running with the March magazine, did our week-long delivery. Y'all need to get out there and get this magazine. Great magazine this month. Maybe a little biased, but you know what I mean. So we got that out, and I got done with delivery and literally jumped in the truck, threw the chopper on the trailer, and went to Daytona Beach, check out the Sons of Speed Racing, and ride around with my buddy Jerry from Law Tigers. For a couple days, man. Had a large time down there, but we'll get to that a little bit later. Let's talk about this month's magazine. What's up? Yeah, Crystal Ash for sure came back too soon, but I got this little thing that's called a job, and it's a 4-letter word for sure. And but hey, man, lots of cool stuff. Definitely like the day that I was coming home, everything was really kicking into overtime. But man, great weather. And there was still a ton of people in town. We hit everything we could before we had to leave, and that's just kind of the way that goes. So but I do appreciate you rubbing in, that I had to leave, But like I said, Daytona was a lot more fun than work for me. So I got to get back home and get the bills paid. But let's talk about this month's magazine. If you have not gone and picked it up yet, you totally should. The March magazine issue number 308 is featuring the Charlotte Concerned Bikers Association 53rd annual swap meet and bike show, which will be on March 23rd and 24th at the Rowan County Fairgrounds in Salisbury, North Carolina. Now, this is what you're also looking at here is the online publication. You can read the entire magazine online. Just go to our website, fullthrottlemagazine.com, click on the e-zine link, and you can go look at it. Now, I much prefer the the printed copy because you can hold it in your hand. It's a realistic thing, but here's a second best. But like I said, great magazine this month, chock full of great items. Here's the table of contents page. We got 2 motorcycle features, including Philip Morris's 1977 FXE and Byron Weeks' 2015 custom build. We've also got a great article on Puput Ioana, who is representing the North Carolina in the garage build competition at the Smokeout. As you lead through the pages, you'll see some cool stuff here. A little update for you on the CBA swap meet. Tons of events coming in, so you need to make sure you pick up the magazine. We'll get to this weekend's events here in just 1 minute. But we do 4 or 5 pages of events, and the rest of them go on the website. So make sure you check that out. Updates from Harley Davidson, Tiniest Tales from the Road, and look at these great features in here. Like I said, article on Puput there, the backyard barbecue run coming up, just all kinds of great stuff coming up. So you just need to get out there and pick up your issue of the Carolinas Full Throttle magazine. Still should be plenty to snag while you're out there. Hey, actually, let's do this before we get going. Let's talk about motorcycle features. Let's talk about Byron Weeks' 2015 custom build, and we can take a look at it here. A little bit laggy. Is it laggy on your end? It is a beautiful bike. It looks like it's lagging on my end. I was trying to upload this video here. You can honestly check it out on our YouTube page. YouTube page is going to look a lot like that. And honestly, this is where I want you to go anyway. You can go to our YouTube page. It's Full Throttle Magazine on YouTube. Make sure you click the subscribe button so you'll get notifications for our videos. Like I said, like just chock full of cool videos from the places that we go, the things that we see, and the bikes that we cover. We can try this again, or you can just go to YouTube and check it out for yourself. But while we're here, let's talk about events. All right, let's get down to the nitty gritty. This weekend's events March 8th through 9th. The party does start tonight. Actually, it started a week ago. Daytona does put an ad in the magazine to make sure all you North and South Carolina riders make sure to know what's going on. Okay. Let's get to this. Let's get to this here in a second. All right. You push the envelope. Let's get back over here. Blake wants to know if there is a class at the Outer Banks Bike Show for sport bikes. Tell you the truth, I gotta look myself. As we flip through the magazine, all the information that I even want to know is in here. Let's see. We do not have a sport bike class anymore at the Outer Banks Bike Show that we usually do. But let me tell you what happened is my friend Ninja Lee would always come, and she would ride in, and she'd always win first place. There was one other guy on a Ducati that would fly in at the last minute, and we'd end up like giving him, a trophy as well. So I nixed that. But I'll tell you what we did. And this is actually last month's or March for the April issue. I've added another class. What we're doing this year for the Outer Banks Bike Show is 6 classes. Don't pay attention to this right here. We've got vintage, we've got touring, we've got cruiser, we've got custom non-bagger, we've got radical bagger, and I added a chopper class. Honestly, I love choppers, and after being at Daytona and seeing all these chopper shows, I'm like, hey man, how come we're not doing a chopper show? But instead of starting just a chopper show, I said, look, man, we'll add a chopper class to this. We'll build this up, and then when we get to the point of needing its own show, we'll do that. But no, there is not going to be a sport bike class at the Outer Banks Bike Show. Please still come out and hang out, but like I said, you have to go with the flow of things. And like I said, we just didn't have enough sport bikes to facilitate a sport bike class. But still come out and have a good time. Let's get back to this though. Let's get back to events. We're at Bike Week. What happened to you? So back to that. That is still going on through this weekend. If you haven't gone down there, maybe you better get in your car and go, or get on your bike and get on the road, because Saturday and Sunday is still going to be some cool stuff going on, but that is it. But here in the Carolinas, we've got a couple things going on. Starting tonight at Willie's Honky Tonk, they're having a birthday party for Chris Faust. He's a major player in this area and is always a big party and do that big deal there. So make sure you get over to Willie's Honky Tonk in Winston-Salem. Party will start at 6 p.m. There will be live music. There will be food, and you need to be there. Saturday. See, now here's something. If you're not in Daytona, if you didn't go down to Daytona, then you can watch the King of the Baggers race at Riding High Harley Davidson. That's going to start up at 12 p.m. with the party will start at 12 p.m. And then the Harley Davidson parade laps. They're going to have wings. They're going to have free beer. This sounds like a good thing to do right there. Look at here. There's Rob Whitlow, Evil Twins Motorcycle Parts. If you are looking for motorcycle parts for your bike, especially older bikes, man, call Rob. Rob's got them parts, man. Make sure you check him out. Every time I need something, unless it's a round mirror for a vintage motorcycle, Rob's got the parts that I need. So if you actually need the round mirror, Camel City Cycles got all those round mirrors from Rob. So if you need a mirror, call Camel City. Otherwise, call Rob over at Evil Twins Motorcycle Parts. So we've got that going on. But like I said, get out there and watch the King of the Baggers watch party. Now, you still have time to ride to Daytona and catch it. It's going to be the Daytona International Speedway. Totally worth watching. But there you go. You can watch it from home. Smoking Harley Davidson is going to have their chill and grill in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, 12 p.m. Free food and beer. There's going to be vendors, and there's going to be some cornhole. Hopefully, we're talking about throwing off the boards and not some out. So wait, it's not May 1st yet. So let's see, March 17th. That'll be at Smoking Harley Davidson. Oh man, I'm jumping ahead. That's on the ad. March 9th is the Chill and Grill. Then next weekend is their free swap meet. Make sure you check that out. Pick up your magazine while you're there. Iron Order parking lot party is going on this weekend at Fort Bragg Harley Davidson in Fayetteville, North Carolina, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Free refreshments and the cookout. So check that out. The Harley Davidson dealerships are pushing their way through Saturday and Sunday, making sure you have some stuff. Here's one. We were pushing the break free, ride free event that was going to be at Beach House Harley Davidson. They have messaged me and said, hey, we rescheduled that to March 16th, but instead of taking it out of the calendar, I just figured we'd go ahead and put it on there. It'll be rescheduled to next weekend. So make sure you check that out. Greenville Shrine Club in Greenville, South Carolina is still having their Colin Kelly Memorial Run. Now, like I said, that's going to be the Greenville Shrine Club. They're going to ride out of there at 12 p.m. and check that out. Proceeds go to Colin's family. There's also going to be a second annual Riding Past Cancer Relay for Life ride out of New River Harley Davidson in Jacksonville, North Carolina. Something you might want to attend, so make sure you check that out. Now, as far as things coming up, man, we've got the bike show nights in Salisbury done by Tilley Harley Davidson that start up April 12th. We've got an April 13th East Coast Booty Run. It already feels like April for us because we're working on the April magazine, so you got to make sure to look at that stuff. Outer Banks Bike Week. Now, we'll get back to this. April 20th through 28th, Naturally the Carolinas Full Throttle magazine will be there. We go to all the rallies in North Carolina and South Carolina. So check that out. We'll be out there later in the week. That'll start up on April 20th. And that'll be we're going to have some good times out there. We're hosting a ride on Friday. We've got a bike show on Saturday. The rest of the time we'll just be assing off in the Outer Banks, having a big time. Like we talked about earlier, Saturday, April 27th is the Outer Banks Bike Show. Make sure you're there. This is a free registration show. There are cash prizes, and the Full Throttle Choice Award winner is invited to the Full Throttle Custom Bike Show 2025, which we've already started working on. That was half of my mission in Daytona this weekend, was talk to some of the bike community elites to get our next guest of honor, if you will say, for 2025. That mission is completed, but we're not ready yet to let that out of the bag. But let me tell you, big things coming down the pipe for the 2025 Full Throttle Custom Bike Show. We're working on the logo right now. We've got our guest of honor. The place is already booked. The date is set for February 1st. That gives you just under 11 months to get your bike ready for the bike show. We'll be giving away another $12,500 at that bike show in February. Also, the Myrtle Beach Bike Rally Bike Show will be coming up Saturday, May 18th. That is the second Saturday of that event in Myrtle Beach. We'll be back at Bubba's, who has always hosted our bike show. Another free entry bike show. There are cash prizes. There's $200 for best in show, and I believe there's going to be like $50 for each class, which is pretty damn good for a free registration bike show. I'm also going to add a chopper class to that bike show, so make sure you check that out there at Bubba's. Make your plans now. Put this on your calendars. This is going to be a big deal. June 8th and 9th, Thunder at the Rock will be at Rockingham Dragway, put on by the All Harley World Shootout. The Smokeout is coming back. Got to hang out with the Smokeout folks, Chris and Heather Kalin at Daytona for a little while. Great folks. Gave me some shirts and hats and posters and all kinds of cool stuff. So we're looking forward to being back out at the Smokeout September 5th through 8th, 2024. And then skipping right over Mayhem and Midway, we'll talk about that later. October 11th and 12th is the AMCA Southern National Meet and Camp Out. Big deal, guys. Make sure you put these all on your calendar. And then, like I said, February 1st, 2025 is Custom Bike Show. Still working on a new logo, but we've got all kinds of cool stuff coming down the pipe. Now, if you did not get this email blast, you can still sign up for that if you just go to our website, which happens to be fullthrottlemagazine.com. Scroll down and you'll see this. You can sign up for text or email updates. Text FTM for Full Throttle Magazine to 41372, and you'll get these updates on your text every Wednesday or Thursday of the month. Or you can fill this little handy dandy thing out there and we'll email it to you. However you want it done, we will get you these events because that's what we do. We are the Carolinas Full Throttle Magazine, and we are the events leader on the East Coast. Not even just in the Carolinas, but the East Coast. But that's what we've got going on this weekend and coming up. Make sure you put those dates on your calendar for the Outer Banks Bike Week, and then especially when you go closer to that, let me backtrack a little bit to Rowan County Fairgrounds coming up later on in March 23rd and 24th for the Swap Meet and Bike Show. Now, this is an event that we go to every year, actually twice a year, and go hang out. Man, bike shows, they fire cannon off a couple times, which is kind of cool. They've got live music. They've got, all kinds of cool stuff. Vendors galore. If you're looking to put together a bike, finish a project, maybe even start a project, they've got all the parts. After you stop by Evil Twins Motorcycle Parts to make sure you got their stuff. They'll be out there too. So that's what we've got going on this week. Make sure you go pick up your Carolinas Full Throttle magazine to keep up with everything that's going on, and make sure to subscribe to all of our social channels so we can keep you up with stuff in between. But that is just about all we've got going on for this weekend, and I'm going to get back out of here because I got to get back to work. Took a couple days off to go to Daytona. Now we're in the soup trying to get everything done. But man, that is 16 minutes of your life that you've completely wasted and you'll never get back. But I appreciate you spending with me. We'll see you guys out there over the weekend. Get out there, ride your motorcycles, have a big time. Check you later.